Okay? As always, I repeat until you're convinced. I've realized that there is a big paradox between being alone, like totally alone by yourself, and being social. There is a fucking paradox. But the more that you're alone, the better your connection. Yeah, my phone just locked. The better your connections and friendship relationships gonna be. So, hear me out. The more you're alone, the more socially successful you're gonna be. And it goes so fucking deep. And I'm gonna tell you. And it's gonna be a little bit hard to swallow, a hard pill to swallow. So keep on listening, girl. Like, yeah, it's not gonna be just first one. Listen. Why being more alone with yourself means that you're gonna be better at being social. Let me be honest. People suck. Literally. People are a combination, most of them. Traumas, unhealed wounds from their last relationships, or their life experiences, their childhood, their insecurity. These are what they are, and they're gonna affect you. And you need to be strong enough to do not fall for the sweet, innocent, fake version of themselves that they are showing to you. And when you fall for them, then they show you their true selves. And when I say you need to be more alone in order to make it in social life, means the more that you're alone, it means the more you're gonna gain that trust with yourself. And after trust, you know what comes after trusting yourself? That fucking self-love that everyone is shitting and talking about. Yeah, that's how we're gonna gain that. But let me just get a little bit deeper. Again, you need to be more and more alone with yourself, but in a practical way, obviously. And get that strength. What the fuck? Okay, English is not my first language. Strengths. It means not needing validation, not caring about people's vision and picture that they are painting from you, the picture that they have from you in their mind. You wouldn't care what kind of color they're using when they're painting you, right? Because, honey, no one is that strong. I mean, most people are too lazy to get up their ass and see you without their own projections, seeing you without their own insecurity. They're not that deep. They're weak. They're lazy. They're not gonna see you as who you are. They're gonna look at you from their own perspective. Being more alone helps you being a better person when it comes to being social, when it comes to relationships and friendship. Being more alone gives you that. Why? If you're a person who is sitting there not trying to get to know themselves, who they are, what their interests, what their goals, values, what do you care about? Why do you trust yourself? Do you even trust yourself? If you're just sitting there and not doing all of the job and responsibilities that you have towards yourself, towards your identity, and then you just expect other people, like your partner, your friends, to give you that trust, give you that love, give you that validation, give you that, I don't know, attention that you're seeking from yourself. You lack that self-love and you're so miserable from it, and you just going and seeking other people's validation. Because honey, you're not giving it to yourself. And you wanting it from other people, actually it's not other people's problem when they don't give it to you. It's so irresponsible and lazy of you to even like expect that from other people. People are too weak, too miserable, maybe not miserable, but the others that are not miserable, they are too self-centered to care about you that much, to give you your identity, to give you your self-trust, to give you your self-love. It's no one's responsibility, babe. And it is the everyone has to do that for themselves first. And if you're not doing that for yourself, and then you ask other people, like, you would never get what you want. And they don't owe you anything. Like, someone, your partner, your ex, comes to you and it's like, since you've gone, I don't love myself anymore. I don't trust myself anymore. I don't value myself anymore. I don't know who I am anymore. Like, this is all your fault. Do you agree with them? You're like, oh my god, you're a grown-ass person, and I think you should accomplish these things that apparently they are so important to you. Like, get them yourself. It's not on me to give you that validation, that identity, that attention that you're seeking so bad. Like, would you give them the right to put them all on you? No, because at some point you know that this is not your responsibility. So that's the same for you. Again, being more alone with yourself in a practical way means that you're gonna make it with other people in relationships and friendships. Why? Because every decent, healthy, secure, trustable connection that you're seeking to have with other people, you have to have that great thing that I just said, that perfect thing that you're literally wishing for. You have to get it first with yourself. You have to experience that connection, that secure, that trust with yourself. Do you have a healthy relationship with yourself? Do you wake up in the morning and you're like, oh my god, this loser again? You're like, she's or he is fucking my life. I hate them. If that's your relationship with yourself, I'm sorry. You should really stay single and be your own best friend at first. I literally am the person who's like always had just that one best friend, and I never was like looking for a bunch of people to be my friend. And still, even though that I always had one best friend and I really loved and trust that person, still, out of all of those friendships that I had, that I really cherished and loved, the only one that was actually healthy happened when I actually loved myself. I actually gained that trust and confidence with myself. Before that, I would claim that this person is the best person I've ever been friends with, and they're so good, and like I love them. This is a really healthy friendship. I would really even brag to other people about my friendship, but at the core of my consciousness, I knew there was something wrong. There was something missing, and I was always the person who would just let that friend, really great friend, walk all over me. And I was always the person who would apologize for their own mistake. And That was the only reason it was working, because I was a pushover. I was like, okay, that happened. I'm gonna forgive you. Oh, that happened. I'm gonna fix it. Oh, this time you made a mistake. Okay, I'm gonna make an apology, even though you were also wrong. But now I'm 24 years old, and for the first time, I'm experiencing a friendship that we actually respect each other, and we can have a grown up, adult, reasonable conversation, and no one's going to get mad. No one's gonna be like apologizing for the other person's mistake. And it came with a lot of sacrifices, it came with a lot of mistakes and heartbreaks. Finally, I got it at this age. When I changed, when I became my own best friend first, and I loved myself and I cared about myself, when I was not seeking validation and a connection from other people, I was not miserable and loser. I wasn't pathetically wanting to keep that friend on any circumstances that that person was forcing me to. They were like, okay, if you're doing that, I'm gonna be mad at you and you're gonna apologize and blah blah blah. And sometimes people make you feel shitty about yourself, and that person was making me feel shitty about myself. So if someone makes you feel bad about yourself, you like them, but somehow when you're with them, you hate yourself. That's a fucking red flag. Run. Next one, you're gonna be alone, and it's gonna help you being alone with yourself, just yourself, having some little cozy time with yourself. It's gonna help you be better outside. Baby, just answer me this. Why is it so scary to just sit by yourself and your thoughts? Why the space inside your head is so scary that you don't want to be alone with it? Why are you running from? I'm 24 years old. I know that people come and go. And just only one person has always stuck with me and stayed with me and loved me and cried with me, got heartbroken with me, and stood up again. And it was me. Even the best friend that I have right now I'm talking about, I don't care. I think maybe if I'm going to choose someone between me and her, I'm going to be choosing me. I believe that maybe we're not going to be friends anymore. Then that's okay, bitch. Another one is spend more alone time with yourself, so you're going to be better at relationships and connection and friendship with other people. Why? Because you would learn when you're alone with yourself. Whatever you do, you're just by yourself, okay? You learn that you basing your happiness and other people's presence, you're basing your validation, your value, your worth on other people's being around you or not, validating you or not, loving you or not, giving their time to you or not. When you're basing that on such fragile, untrustable thing, it's gonna ruin you, baby. It's gonna ruin you. And that's why you're always miserable and you feel shitty about yourself. It's ruining everything. But last but not least, the base and the foundation of a healthy, secure, perfect, good connection, any kind of connection with other person, is that those two people have to be whole. You gotta be a whole person without without the new connection that you're looking for, it means that you already love yourself. You already feel like I'm cool. You already are safe. You already love yourself. You already trust yourself. You already validate yourself. You don't need that person to give you all of that. Again, it's not their responsibility, honey. It's not. Relationships, let me tell you that this way. Relationships, connections are the tree on top. They're not the food for you to survive. Your soul, your connection with yourself, your self-love, your self-trust, those are your food to survive. Other people come and go. They're like dessert. They're here to make you feel the joy, for you to enjoy it. You're not gonna die without it, okay? They're not survival. You're not gonna lose yourself without them. Okay, actually, tonight I had my dinner and I did not have dessert, and I'm okay with it. Actually, sometimes it's better. There are three on top. Your relationships, you should already feel great in your own company. You should seek for your alone time. You would miss it. You would be around other people like, oh my god, I miss me. I want to go home and just be alone for some couple hours. I can talk about this until tomorrow, but I think it's enough for now. Yeah, I'll be back with another video, and I love you.